As you know, the studio has often sent tapes challenging us to do something incredibly wild or impossible artistically. It took forever to go through the thousands of viewer tapes that were sent in. We have found a particularly juicy one.
Hi Lonnie, my name is Melissa and this is my design challenge for you. I would like to go to Mardi Gras this year. I'd like to go to Rio, Venice, even New Orleans. So I need a costume that will travel well, it's gonna fit in a suitcase, weigh 30 pounds or less, and I want it to be crazy cool. Thanks Lonnie, you rock.
So of course, you know we have to take the request and then go over the top. So this is how we're gonna up the ante. Not only is the costume going to come out of the suitcase, the costume is going to be the suitcase. And the backpack that she takes to the airport will reverse into the full-blown Mardi Gras parade costume.
Can you do that?
I don't know. Now, New Orleans has an umbrella. For Venice, if she's going there, we're gonna need a crown. And then if we go Rio, the point there is to do parade. My favorite bag that I've had for 21 years. It's an Eagle Creek that's traveled all over the world with me, and we are beginning to deconstruct it so it will work both as a costume and as a suitcase. This upper section we have removed from the backpack section. We're leaving the strong padded shoulders. We basically have this section which will be used to mount the costume onto, and then this section which will, when it's attached, hold the headdress, the costume, the feathers, and everything she needs to put on the costume. We've been working on the bodice. We've started with a pre-made piece, and we've been, it's got plenty of boning and structure and stretch in it for her. We've also added pieces on the bottom and then started covering the front section with the brocade. This also gets some beadwork and some rhinestones before we get done. So this is the beginning of the mechanics of the back fan for the costume. It will fit in the suitcase nicely enough, but it's not gonna hold my plumes on the end. They're gonna have to somehow fit over these because I can't, of course, we cannot bend the feathers in half. So, but the rest of it is working well. Jane has constructed a beautiful fan piece which will be used both for her train and her upper feather spray that will come off of her back. Jane has finished the extension on the elbow gloves, so she's got elbow gloves that are coming all the way up to this upper bust line. And then on the hips, we're trying to create this really huge volume of hips. So we're going to use vacuum formed vinyl that is made for stage armor. By the time we get it painted up, you won't be able to tell the difference between it and metal. We're then using 30 yards of bridle tulle underneath this plastic to create a large hip line, and then I'm going to do some spray painting in that to variegate the colors we're using, which are hot pink, red, burgundy, and purple. We've laid out 8 layers of the stiff red tulle on the floor here to cut the 3 layers of skirts. This is Foss shape. It's like a felt kind of material. It's heat activated. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to solve the problems of the shoulder straps and the necklace to blend with this fake armor that we're using. I was inspired by this planter that I found in the bathroom. It has sort of the shapes or the look that I want, something very hard to go with all the soft feathers. So I then did some drawings of the kinds of shapes that I want to get out of the Foss shape, which is the heat-activated fabric, in the headdress, the shoulders, and in the necklace. In the back fan, we have layered it between several different pieces of fabric. This is our original muslin, interfacing, outer fabric, ultra suede to reinforce it. 4 grommets will go here. Then it will tie onto the backpack either down, sideways, or of course, in the up position. It's the last day. I've got 3 hours before the Mardi Gras girl shows up to take this suitcase away, and quite frankly, we've been working really hard this week, but I am way behind. I've got full crew on to get this all buttoned up, but it's tight. We've got, the skirts are ready, the bodice is looking good. I've got a ton of feather work to do. I've got a ton of gilding to do, and it's just a matter of how many rhinestones we're gonna be able to get on, I guess, but it's gonna be tight. Okay, here we go. Fit all the parts of the costume into the bag. Into the bag. We're gonna fit the costume into the bag. Into the bag. Okay, let's just start on the floor and work our way up. She's bringing her pair of shoes, so I don't have to worry about that. Fishnets, pantyhose. I'm gonna go get the scale. I've got the scale and we're gonna weigh her in, see how I did. I promised under 30 pounds. 15 3/4 pounds.
Hi, Lonnie.
Whoa, whoa, Melissa, now that's close. This is your costume. Everything is in here.
The whole thing is in here?
Everything.
I thought
Everything.
it was gonna be
Big?
big and crazy.
Believe me, you're gonna be big and crazy. And as a bonus, you didn't know whether you were going to Rio, Venice, or New Orleans. So I've made all the accessories so that you've got accessories for each place. Because you know, Venice needs to be very elegant, and Rio, you need it very big and parade, and then in New Orleans, you need an umbrella. So it's all in here. And I've got a little bit of room here for a cosmetics case and your pair of shoes.
I've got 3 pairs of shoes.
3.
Yeah.
Do you need 3? Well, oh, well, they're very...
3 cities, right?
Well, okay. Oh, well, we can see if they fit. I hope. This is an Eagle Creek bag, so there are always extra pockets, so we'll see. Thank you, Eagle Creek. I think they'll fit. Let's take the feather ones first. Okay. So we're still in one suitcase, and as an added bonus, because I know that you're schlepping through airports, it has a complete backpack on the back, ready for you to go. You can run through those airports in between the cities so you can hit all 3 Mardi Gras in 1 week.
Excellent.
There you go. There are rooms over here you can use as a dressing room.
Okay.
And go see what you find.
All right.
Okay? There you go.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the results of this week's viewer challenge. Melissa.
What a stunning outfit. Look at the countless rhinestones on that jewelry. And notice the headdress at half-mast. It is short enough to get under the canal bridges. You'll also notice she's got a mask for the formal Venice masquerades. With the back fan down and a feathered train, she'll present quite the elegant figure. And now on to New Orleans, she has an umbrella if she needs a bit of shade under the hot southern sun. And with the smile as wide as the Mississippi, she'll use the back fan now out to the side to catch all the beads that will surely be coming her way. And look at the feathered headdress, a good 24 inches higher now. And now on to Rio, where the back fan is at its full glory. Look at that, 10 feet wide and standing a good 10 feet tall. My, that's a lot of feathers for a tiny bird like her. Lonnie, hands on, you've done it once again.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Oh, you're welcome.